Boosie has easily become one of the most entertaining rappers in hip-hop right now. The 37-year-old hip-hop legend from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, is estimated to be worth an impressive $8 million, based on various financial websites online, and the lifestyle that Boosie shows on social media definitely backs this up. If you follow Boosie on Instagram, you would know that he lives in a massive multi-million-dollar estate that features a full-size basketball court and a giant swimming pool that gives Rick Ross's pool a run for its money. Boosie also likes to show off his fleet of luxury vehicles that range from a 1970 box Chevy to a brand new $250,000 Bentley Bentayga. In addition to the house and cars, Boosie's $1 million jewelry collection is one of the most unique out of any other rappers I've seen so far. Curious on what else Boosie spends his money on? Well, then we got you covered. Here is an exclusive inside look at the $8 million lifestyle of Boosie. Now, before we get into this video, I just want to clarify that all of these numbers are estimates based off of all the research that I've done, so it is obviously not 100% accurate. Boosie could be making more money, or he could be making less, but I think that the numbers that I came up with are pretty accurate. Anyways, let's get into the video. Boosie first started to make money at the age of 14 by hustling and selling dope to the people in his neighborhood. While this made him quite a bit of money, it didn't necessarily make him happy, because his true passions were basketball and poetry. Boosie eventually turned his poetry writing into music writing after his dad passed away in 1996. A few years later, Boosie's cousin introduced him to a local rapper by the name of C-Loc, and later joined his rap group along with 7 other rappers. Boosie then went on to release several projects such as Youngest of DeCamp and For My Thugs, which gave him a lot of buzz in Baton Rouge. He also dropped 2 collaborative albums with Webby titled Ghetto Stories and Gangsta Music, which received a lot of positive attention in the hip-hop community. During this time, Boosie was signed to Trill Entertainment up until 2005, when he signed a deal with Warner Brothers Records. It's unknown how much Boosie signed for, but it was most likely for a few $1 million. Boosie continued to constantly drop projects through the 2000s until he got locked up in 2010 on murder and conspiracy charges. He was found not guilty for the murder charge, but was unfortunately sentenced to 8 years after taking a plea deal for the other charges. 3 years later, Boosie was released from prison early, but was on parole until 2018. Since his release, Boosie gained a lot of new popularity due to his hilarious interviews and social media posts. He continues to still release new music, do shows, and even invest in various businesses as well. Boosie also has his own reality show coming out soon that features him along with his 10 kids. So, now that you have a little bit of backstory of Boosie and his career, it's time to break down how much money Boosie makes. It's estimated that to book Boosie for a show, it would cost you around $50,000 based on several booking websites I found online. In addition to the shows, Boosie also makes a good chunk of change doing features with other rappers. The price of a Boosie feature most likely varies from person to person, but DaBaby revealed that a few years back, he paid Boosie $15,000 for a feature.
You paid him to do the song?
Hell yeah, I gave Boosie 15 racks for that feature.
Oh, 15,000?
Hell yeah.
Boosie also earns quite a bit of money from the digital streams of his music. On Spotify, Boosie gets around 1.5 million streams per month, which equates to about $6,000 per month in revenue. On Apple Music, streaming numbers are not made public, but I usually assume it's about half of Spotify since Apple Music has less users. So, if Boosie gets 750,000 streams a month on Apple Music, then he should make around $4,500 from that. Boosie's YouTube channel gets around 6.8 million views a month, and since musical artists have been said to get a $3 CPM, it's safe to say that Boosie makes around $20,400 a month off of YouTube. So, in total, if Boosie does 2 shows, 2 features, and maintains these types of streaming numbers, then he would be making around $160,900 each month. That is an impressive $1,930,800 a year, $40,225 a week, and $5,363 a day. These numbers can easily fluctuate, but it should give you a good idea of how much he's making. Also, keep in mind that Boosie has to pay taxes on all those earnings, so he's only pocketing around 60 to 65% of that money. And like I said earlier, these are estimates based off of my own research. I am not Boosie, nor do I know anyone on his team, so these numbers could be spot on or way off. You can just never know for sure. But now that we got the boring part out of the way, it's time to see what Boosie spends his multi-million-dollar fortune on. For the past few years or so, Boosie has been very open about his massive 22,000 square foot mansion on the outskirts of Atlanta, Georgia. In an interview with DJ Vlad from Vlad TV, Boosie claims that he bought 40 acres of land in a small town just about 45 minutes away from Atlanta. This land was apparently worth over $1 million, but the original owner was going through a tough divorce and really needed the cash, so he sold it to Boosie for $250,000.
I got the acres. I caught somebody going through a divorce, man, and they bought the land for like $1 million. I gave him $250,000 cash.
With the new massive plot of land, Boosie began to build a custom 22,000 square foot estate, which ended up costing him around $2.7 million when everything was all said and done. It's unknown how many bedrooms and bathrooms Boosie's house has, but man, it is one nice place. The estate features an incredible home theater, a state-of-the-art recording studio, a barber shop, and even a luxurious golden toilet that must have cost him a fortune. And it doesn't end there. The massive backyard is filled with all sorts of outdoor activities, such as a full-size basketball court, a gigantic swimming pool, a zip line, and even a treehouse that I wouldn't even mind living in myself. And to top everything off, Boosie's estate is guarded by a massive custom front gate with 2 bees on it to let all future guests know that they are, in fact, in Boosie's compound. In total, the whole estate cost around $3 million to create, but is apparently worth $50 million according to Boosie. It's also worth noting that this incredible estate is completely owned by Boosie, and it isn't a rental like a lot of other rappers' homes. In addition to the massive estate, Boosie also keeps a few luxurious cars parked in the driveway. One of those cars is a custom white 1970 Chevelle. This classic box Chevy sits on a set of beautiful custom Forgiato rims and is powered by a 505 horsepower Corvette motor. The interior is completely redone and even has a digital dash. We imagine that this car cost Boosie anywhere between $80,000 to $100,000. Parked right next to the white box Chevy, Boosie has another custom candy blue box Chevy. This particular model of car is unknown, but also sits on a luxurious set of Forgiato rims and has a nice blue leather interior that really catches the eye. We assume that this car costs a little less than the previous box Chevy since the model is unknown, but it's still pretty pricey at around $30,000 to $60,000. Boosie's daily driver is a gorgeous white Bentley Bentayga. This fancy SUV sits on Forgiato rims and is one of the fastest SUVs on the market. A vehicle of that quality does not come cheap, because its starting price is around $250,000. Now, not only does Boosie have some nice cars for himself, but he also makes sure his kids ride in style as well. In the Boosie family, it seems to be a tradition for him to give his kids a luxurious vehicle on their 16th birthday. The first time he did this was for his oldest daughter when he surprised her with a $100,000 Porsche Panamera on her birthday.
Happy sweet 16 to my baby, you already know. Got that black and pink thing.
Then, when his second oldest daughter turned 16, he also had a fancy car waiting for her as well. But this time, instead of a $100,000 Porsche, it was a $70,000 black Audi A7. And then recently, Boosie's son turned 16, and what do you know, he had a $50,000 Jaguar F-Pace waiting for him at his birthday party. Boosie definitely seems to go all out when it comes to gifts. Now, on top of the massive estate and impressive car collection, Boosie's also known for his flashy and unique jewelry collection. One notable piece is his massive Jesus chain. Boosie got this chain after his jeweler told him that Jesus headpieces were really popular right now. So instead of following the hype, Boosie decided to step it up a notch and got a full-body Jesus statue instead of just the head. This piece is solid gold and weighs almost 10 pounds. A chain of this magnitude does not come cheap, and apparently cost Boosie a cool $200,000. Another iconic chain Boosie has is a massive Bible piece that features some of his favorite Bible verses. This piece was crafted by famous jeweler Iceman Nick and is made completely out of solid gold. It's unknown how much this chain costs, but I would assume it's worth anywhere between $150,000 to $200,000. Then we have the chain that is a portrait of Boosie himself. This piece is completely bust down in VVS diamonds, and it's rumored to be worth around $1 million according to various blogs across the internet. I personally don't believe that piece is worth anywhere near that, and most likely costs around $80,000 to $150,000, but who knows? Boosie has many more chains than the ones I featured in this video, such as the Boo Pack chain, the Certified Steppa chain, and the Superbad chain. He also has multiple solid gold necklaces and bust-down luxury watches from brands such as Rolex and Audemars, which are worth tens if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's also worth noting that back in December of 2019, someone broke into Boosie's Bentley truck and stole around $70,000 worth of jewelry. According to TMZ, 3 pieces were stolen. Those 3 pieces were a Super Bowl-style diamond ring that's worth around $10,000, a rose gold Cuban link chain with diamonds, which is worth around $50,000, and a large rose gold ring that said Boss Man across the fist, which was valued at $10,000 as well. These items have still not been recovered. Well, there you have it, the $8 million lifestyle of Boosie. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe to see more videos just like this one. Feel free to hit the notification bell as well to be notified whenever we upload. I plan on posting at least a video or 2 a week from here on out, so comment down below on who you want to see a finance video on next. That's all I have for today. I'm out.